This Thursday on Netter's Network, Netter has invited back a dear friend of the channel that, well, if you don't know him by now, where have you been? He's fighting the good fight for all of us in the streaming sphere because he wants us all to win. It's Deleted Scenes, this Thursday, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, on Netter's Network. Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. And now we're going off the record, on the QT, and very, very hush hush. Welcome to Monday Night at the Movies, last call. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope you are all very well. Been looking forward to this for a while. I have not yet seen this film, but it has been near the top of my list for a very, very long time. So I am very, very excited to kick this off. I'm going to do this in a little bit of a reverse order. I'm going to bring my panel in, then I will say hi to all of you lovely people. Starting with my lovely, well, you know, it really does kind of look like her. Netter of Netter's Network. How you doing, my dear? What you sipping on?
I'm doing okay for a Monday. I am a little bummed. I found out that the song, I didn't really know well, but through someone else I got to know him, had passed away this weekend, so I'm a little bummed on that. And it's Monday, so
yeah,
Mondays. I don't usually do well on Mondays. Monday seems to be the day where if something's going to go wrong, it will.
I hear you.
Yeah, and I am currently sipping on a Waterloo summer berry sparkling water.
Yum.
Yeah, we went somewhere this weekend where I got something to drink.
Fair enough. And our very special guest, returning dear friend of the channel and subject matter expert on this particular film.
The guy who never sleeps.
The guy who never sleeps. And I guess I should say subject matter expert on cinema in general. Deleted Scenes. How you doing, my friend? What are you sipping on?
And apparently he's twins.
Yeah.
Doing very well. I got myself some coffee here. I probably shouldn't be drinking this night, but here we go. Doing pretty well. Been a while since I've seen this movie. It's one of my favorites, so
good.
Looking forward to revisiting it, and
awesome.
Of course seeing your reaction, it being your first time. So
absolutely, yeah. I'll get into why I'm looking forward to it so much and why that one line is so key to me.
I've never seen it either.
No, yeah, I know. You've had basically the same background with me on this as yeah. Anyway, so let's start with JPRPH1, How you doing, John? He's sporting the membership emojis, the Canarble Wagon, the fedora, the channel logo, and a brown mumbler. Welcome, my friend. And let's see here. And of course, Lady Mist, happy belated birthday. I did not know until you mentioned it late last night that it had been your birthday yesterday. I hope it was a wonderful one. I hope you had a lot of fun and were very, very encouraged. Salute to my friend on the panel, Deleted Scenes. And let's see who else we got here. Of course, Big Al of Big Al Presents. Hello, my friends. Hope everyone is having a lovely evening and enjoys the film. We absolutely will enjoy the film because we are in good company. Looking forward to hanging out with Big Al this Saturday for his Films with Friends, 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Saturday. We'll be watching The Wraith. And like I told him, I want to say that I saw it. I find it very difficult to believe that there was a film with Sherilyn Fenn in it that I haven't seen, but I don't remember it. So we'll find out on Saturday. And of course, the love of my life too, Netter of Netters Network. I love you too, sweetheart. I pretty much tolerate the tired midnight blogger, Curtis. Well, I'm not going to say I love you, even though maybe I do, buddy. Curtis Selby, welcome. It's good to see you. And of course, FKHC 2005, whom some have called Tim. Is this the donkey show? Depends on what you mean by donkey show. If you just mean some very stubborn people, then yes. In that case, yes. Welcome, but I'm guessing that's not what you mean. Connie Cleary, hail to the chat. Welcome, Connie. So glad that you're here. And Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up? Good to see you, my friend. We'll get this film started really, really soon. Just a reminder, everyone, you should have the Cosme link wherever you're watching right now pinned to the top of your chat so you can watch the film along with us. If you don't have your own copy, but maybe by the end of tonight's stream, you will want to have your own physical copy. Matt Anui, hi there. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, you've got your own copy. Is that the Steelbook?
No, this is
it's
actually
kind of hard to tell on camera.
This is the it says it's a 2-disc special edition, but it's actually 3 discs. It is the film, which I don't have in here right now because it's loaded up. Yep. The special features disc and a special bonus disc that is 6 selections off of the film soundtrack.
Oh, nice. That's kind of cool. I like when they do stuff like that.
And another special feature in this set is the pilot episode of the intended series. And I'll discuss a little bit about that as we go on.
Absolutely. Want to say hello to, someone that I am a huge fan of, Master of the Total Defense Shogun, I believe is the full name. Welcome, Master of the TDS. So glad to see you here. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say. I put a lot of effort into that opening, and on Mondays, I kind of like to do the coming attractions just because it saves me having to give the rundown for the rest of the week at the end of the show, and it kind of fits the bill for a Monday night at the cinema, sort of a feel. But it's fanfare for the common netter. Yeah, I suppose so. And let's see. I don't want to miss nobody.
And Connie, I saw your response to me on Twitter. Thank you.
And Nate is offering his condolences. Yeah. You know, even when you haven't met somebody, when you kind of start getting to know them, you just feel, a little verklempt when something like that happens. I'm just stopping by to say hi. Can't stay. Always busy these days. Yes, you are. I know because I share out all your streams. Let's see here. Love you guys, and I know I am loved in an appropriate way, in a non-creepy way. I don't want you loving me like you. Yeah, no, no danger of that, my friend. No judgment on those who do. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, right? Just got back from being assistant to my dad in fixing my obnoxious car engine. Never seen this. Oh yeah, you've never seen this either. Yeah, so it'll be for both. Well, you, me, and Netter. It'll be first time through, and I think we've gotten to the end of the chats, at least for now. And
I'm not going to say who, but one of our panel, not panel members, one of our chat members is not doing too good tonight. So I'm just sending out prayers and well wishes for speedy recovery, feeling better.
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing more miserable than when you're physically not feeling well, and if there's anything we can do to encourage you and make you feel a little bit better, you just let us know. But otherwise, let's do everything we can to give the good vibes to each other and enjoy each other's company. I see you all already dropping the chats and the memes in the Cosme. Super appreciate that. So what I wanted to share is, and this is why I'm doing the Danny DeVito thing here tonight, I became aware of this film actually very, very recently. I would say within the past 3 or 4 years, maybe. And upon my becoming aware of it, Netter became aware of it too, because one of the previous, not so much anymore on YouTube, started watching them on YouTube, then followed them over to Locals.
Local.com.
Yeah. VivaBarnesLaw.locals.com. I get a lot of great news and political and legal commentary over there. Because, for as much as I can be, I want to be as informed as possible. And one of the segments that Robert Barnes does is Hush Hush. And he does it, with the gravitas and conceit of the character of that Danny DeVito portrays here. And he even starts out and ends the show with that, famous line, off the record on the QT, and very hush hush. And I just love that. I thought that was just so cool. And I literally went and I checked YouTube, because YouTube does clips, famous lines and stuff like that. Found that line from this movie, and I'm like, I've got to see this movie. And then I mentioned it in some stream somewhere, and a bunch of the people in the chat, especially this guy here, was like, oh yeah, LA Confidential is a great movie, you're gonna love it, and I was even planning this to be a double feature, and I'm like, this is gonna be a busy week for me. I'm a little bit tired. I think I'm gonna want to do just a one and done, if for no other reason than I can just focus on this one movie, because like I said, I've really, really been looking forward to this. But Netter, did I kind of sum up everything you know about this movie too?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about it really is Hush Hush QT on the side, down low.
And then it's
don't tell nobody.
And it's basically a noir film. Yeah. So do you want to share a little bit deleted scenes, or do you feel like we should probably get into the film because it is a 2.5 hour film, or, because I'm also going to want to keep an eye on the chat and see what everyone's saying about,
Right, indeed. As Troy said, this is a noir film based on the novel by James Elroy, and it's a pretty good distillation.
Now, you've read the book too, right?
I have read the book, and after reading the book, which I actually did after I saw the movie, I can understand why they wanted to do it as a mini series, and maybe still could, because it is so dense and there's so much going on. And I'll go into
Do you
that.
feel
as
that
we
you
go
feel that kind of to give an indirect plug to Last Call this week? Are you saying that maybe this would make for a good remake, maybe, or it could be due for a good remake if it's done right?
Only if Tom Conkle does it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'd love that.
I
Yeah, exactly.
That's no joke. I think he
Yeah.
really could do something with this.
I agree. He understands it. There's not enough people
He
anymore.
would get it.
I feel like
Yeah.
in Hollywood that get it. But you know, I mean, like I said, if they did it as a miniseries or something like that,
Mhm.
you know. Yep. So I'm
Right.
going to go ahead and crank it up and get the
Indeed.
movie going because we will have plenty of time to talk. It's gonna be about what, a 2.5 hour film.
Yeah.
No, not really. 2 hours 17 minutes.
It's like 2:17. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it does fly by, folks. So buckle
Awesome.
up. This is a good one.
So right click on that Cosme link up at the top and we will get this thing started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Warner Brothers film. So those of you that have this on DVD, make sure you check your DVD.
Yep, that's what I'll be doing.
Exactly,
tonight,
right.
Sure.
If you really absolutely are you getting sound or do I just have mine
There we
really
go.
low?
It's coming in.
No,
Oh, there we go.
I have mine down. That I might have to
It was
refresh.
quiet at the
Hold on.
beginning.
It starts out quiet, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I do love this kind of narration. Land is cheap, or it was back then, maybe. Hey, Troy, I'm leaving work right now, headed for home, so I'll be radio silent for a little while. I'll see you crazy cats on the other side. Understood. Drive safe. Drive safe, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd love to know about the rest of y'all if you've seen this movie before and so forth.
Mm-hmm. And great cast for this. Even this, it's one of those movies where everybody is somebody.
Okay, so Tim is making a suggestion for late November. Brannigan starring John Wayne.
Let me turn to the movies being suggested page. Give me a sec.
Because he says I can take pictures of places in London, most of the sites when I visit. They send me a list of movies you are doing coming up. So if I'm in London, I can take photos of the locations.
Oh, just Brannigan by itself?
Yeah. Brannigan starring John Wayne.
Yeah, I know. We got it somewhere.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Or we used to. We might have had that on VHS, and it's one of the ones I got rid of.
There you go. On the QT. And very hush, hush. Yeah, so you get the impression he's a little bit of a sleazy journalist, but you know, oh my gosh, he was so young.
Oh yeah. Russell Crowe as Bud White.
And you know, I see movies like this. I visited, you know, the West Coast, never actually been there. During the holiday season, I visited friends, well, actually family in San Jose, like right after the Christmas holiday. But, you know, I never really thought about it. You know, I'm so used to, you know, white Christmases here in the Midwest. How odd it is to see, you know, a Santa on the roof, falling from the roof, When there's no snow. Yeah, you better be sure. You take a swing, you better be sure. Well then.
Here, I'll hold the lights for you.
Well, well, I mean, I suppose it's got the potential for a Merry Christmas, right?
So you have White, who's the leg breaker, and you have Kevin Spacey here as Vincennes, who's kind of the smoozer, knows everybody,
Sure.
wants to be a celebrity, get on TV.
You know, being short like that does have its advantages.
Name one. I'm 5'4".
He was just at the right height for dancing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are within throwing distance.
I know.
The other thing is, if it's really Christmas, then you should definitely be giving me the extra cash.
Yeah.
Of course, Guy Pearce is Exley.
What story? It doesn't sound like much more than a human interest piece.
Stay tuned. It's going to spiral out of control.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The concept is like a ride along kind of a thing.
This is the Bloody Christmas section of the movie, and you'll find out why here very soon.
Yeah. Isn't that the bloke that discovered faster than light travel?
Yep.
Curtis. Oh, the naivete.
Yeah. Now, one thing that the movie changes from the book is it changes Exley's father quite a bit. In the film, he is already deceased.
Okay.
In the book, that is not he's actually in the book until almost the end of it.
Hell of a party. It's just a Friday night over here.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's the only one drinking it because I don't drink that stuff.
That's true. Oh, that song's problematic now.
Yep.
Yeah, and if it wasn't stamped on your forehead, that order you're taking out kind of solidifies it.
Mm.
Well, the haircut,
the suit, yeah. Malakaliki maka is the thing to say.
Oh, poopy.
She could have gotten a nose job.
Kind of doesn't matter if you start to reach out for a cop.
Lightyear? It's a nose job.
I'm getting the impression that they're establishing that he's got a soft spot for gals to get roughed up.
Yeah.
We're going to find out later on his mom was abused or something.
Yeah. And of course, Stensland recognizes Meeks, which is going to become important later.
Well, they better clear the street because there's a DeLorean that's going to come ripping through there pretty soon.
Oh, I thought he was carrying glasses, for drinking.
There you go, Tim. Exactly.
This Mentalist prequel is weird.
I'm going to say, for all I could see, all they were doing was fooling around. Fleur de lis.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just hand him a $2 bill?
No, he handed him the money he owed him.
Oh, okay. Because it looked like a $2 bill. I was going to say that also would tell you something about him.
Now, they don't go so much into this in the film, but in the book, one of the reasons why Vincennes likes to do these kind of busts is not just the notoriety, but so he can keep the, keep the drugs for himself, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. They get that across without being obvious about it. You know, when he picks up the sleeve and pockets it.
Okay, so here's the watch commander $10,
Mm-hmm.
and this watch commander doesn't want it.
No.
This is gonna be more booze than punch.
And they're mixing, what's that, beer in with gin? Ew.
I thought it was gin and whiskey.
I don't know. That looked like a beer bottle in this other hand.
If it's gin, that seems like a waste. But then again, I'm kind of a purist about my gin. I see it all the time. Someone who's not real experienced, you know, 2-finger piping. I've never understood that.
Whoops.
It's like, look, I was trying to de-escalate it. Now you screwed up. Oh, now he's pissed. He's got blood on his shirt.
You're all going in my report. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons game. Someone throw the paladin in the Hoosgow so we can rough the baddies up.
And congratulations, you're all on the front page.
Yep.
So this is the captain, the commissioner, and DA, respectively.
Yep. Yeah, Curtis. I hadn't thought about that, but that is kind of similar to the prison fight in The Punisher. So he's ostensibly a straight arrow, but he's
Gonna get himself killed.
Possibly.
He's the politician.
I was just going to say he's also a little bit Machiavellian.
Oh, he's definitely looking to
take out his competition.
Yes.
Ah!
Mhm. And Badge of Honor is basically James Elroy's version of Dragnet.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. And he makes his bread and butter off of knowing everyone's motivations.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he's the politician. Okay, I'm getting this. So far, this is a well-told story. It kind of broadcasts all the things you need to know. Although, am I right? It's a little bit simplified from the novelization or whatever book it's based on.
Because anything that did not connect the lead three characters together, they left out of the film. So they all three of them go off on their own separate odysseys over the course of the story. The movie itself takes place probably over about 9 months to a year. The book takes place over an 8-year period.
Gotcha. See, but that's honestly, let's be fair, that's not a failing of the adaptation. That is the nature of two different mediums. Mm-hmm. You tell a story in a book differently than you tell a story in film.
Mm-hmm. And one of the brilliant things that I congratulate Brian Helgeland and Curtis Hanson on, may he rest in peace, is
that's the second time he's been told to lose glasses.
Yeah.
That it's a running thing throughout.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that they took that book and distilled it down to this, to this film.
Yeah.
And have it still all make sense.
Yeah. Well, because there's two elements there. There's one is knowing how to tell a good story, and then there's knowing how to translate a good story into a different medium. Those are two different skills, but you need to do both in a situation like this.
Now, how exactly do they threaten his work on the show?
They don't even need to threaten him.
No, they just basically point out, we are going to kind of pull back on your involvement.
Yeah, because he said something about we're going to transfer you from narcotics to vice for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I missed something about what they said next, because then he said the show, badge of honor. Da, da, da.
Yeah, basically anything that's going to affect his involvement in that, that would be a bad thing. So he's going to do whatever it takes to continue along those lines. Plus, there's also an underlying, tell me if you disagree with me on this, Deleted, but you're concerned about your public image. This would be good for your public image.
Yeah. We're going to take you out of the limelight for a little while.
Right.
Yeah. And Dudley here pulls some strings to get White back on the job, but there's going to be a cost to that, of course.
Yeah, this sucks. It's like my partner's a year away from his pension. F you.
Well, at the same time, though, as much as what's his name is a conniving Machiavellian type, he's kind of right. All of these cops were in the wrong, and hanging stuff on them, they kind of brought it on themselves.
You see, here's kind of a running thing throughout the book in the film. Is everybody treats Bud like he's basically just capable of being a leg breaker and nothing else. The thing is they underestimate him.
Yeah.
Not very far at all, apparently.
The road to dreamland.
I expected the car to blow up, tell you the truth.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
That was a good fake out, yeah.
Nope, probably not.
You hear gunshots, do not stand up.
Yeah. Well, you also have to remember, too, these guys all think they're untouchable.
Right.
Who would have the balls to actually come after them or rip them off or anything?
Right.
Yeah.
And welcome, Outlaw Bill. Good to
Hello,
see
Bill.
you, my friend.
Cosme link is at the top of the chat.
Yep. That's very well done. Mark Melnikos, greetings, Taraknan, from the depths of the dilithium mines of Rurapente. Just popped in to say kapla. Have a glorious stream. Have a great rest of your work day there, Mark.
Okay, shag means something different. In the US it does, in England it means something completely different.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's not my department currently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. It's all, chuckles and laughs, but he's the guy coming up, and you guys can end up underneath his heel.
Mm-hmm.
Hush, hush.
It's like, dude, you need to see a dentist and get those teeth taken care of because they're very yellow.
Actually, I'm more entertained by this than I was by the Gladiator.
Stensland is played by Graham Beckel. He's still around, but unfortunately, he's been in some ill health of late.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty decent guy from everything I've heard about him. Act 2, The Night Owl.
Yep.
So Pretty Boy's going to end up getting himself killed. And he's not going to get any backup because everyone hates him right now.
Well, he hasn't called for any either.
Well, he should have. Every cop knows you could go into a situation, you call for backup before you go into that situation.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Was the till cleared out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say there are other people because there's blood on the wall.
Or, just a messy eater. There was that ketchup bottle there.
No, there's drag marks. Unless you're going to tell me I've been watching too much of The Closer. Or maybe Criminal Minds or something,
Right. So there's somebody in the men's room because it's unlikely they crawled out a window.
Well, they might have done. Oh, that's a lot.
Well, yikes. Oh, that's where they piled up the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger there with the jaw.
Well, the jaw thing predates Arnold Schwarzenegger. Which stiff am I looking for?
His former partner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something tells me that this isn't a coincidence.
No. And we're about to get some worse news.
See, now the way they're showing the victim in this one, she's from a side angle. Kind of hard to tell. A lot of the more modern shows will show them from the face, from the front, and kind of have them elevated to look more like they're standing up or sitting down, so you can really see them. Sure, let's show her boobs.
So she recently dyed her
And you can tell those boobs weren't real.
Really? Okay.
Okay, no woman's boobs are that perky lying down.
Okay, guys. Here's the point. I'll let this little bit go. Okay. You have this group of what are high-end escorts, and they are all being surgically enhanced to look like certain movie stars.
Gotcha. Okay. So when the guy says she looked like Rita Hayworth, it's because she looked like Rita Hayworth.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we'll be doing that with robots.
Notice that everyone would prefer Stan than sit in the one empty seat next to him.
That's fine, but like I said, you got to be really careful in situations like this because, for all their posturing and brotherhood and all that kind of stuff, you never know who your boss is going to be in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's the liquor store again.
Yeah. He knows how to read people. Snazzy.
For such an expensive house, you'd think they'd have bigger garages.
Actually, he just said if we go downtown, it's official. He's implying that it's not yet.
Let's patch it.
A couple ways I could take that.
Yeah.
I'm taking it off of the Fleur de Lis card. He's the guy behind it.
Yes.
Well, as a matter of fact.
Fuck out of here. Come and get you.
I'm not screwing around playing your game, buddy.
It's like, do you always have sex with your hat on?
Well, people got their thing.
Mm-hmm. Councilman.
I'm shocked, I tell you, to find out there's gambling going on in this establishment. You're winning, sir. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I remember
think
those projectors. Canarble Wagon.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's got a shiny dress. Ouch. Honestly, when you consider their line of work with the people that they're emulating, not too terribly different.
No, that's one of the things he's trying to say with this. Not much of a difference.
Trying to figure if that eye color is like enhanced. I mean, the lighting is subdued so that you wouldn't expect them to be so bright.
Well, keep in mind, she opened up the curtains to make the bright light from outside come in.
But even when she was back farther in the shadows, they were like almost dune blue. It kind of threw her a little, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, it is compromising and unprofessional. I suppose in either order. Shorthand for this guy's a boxer.
Tell me you're a boxer without telling me you're a boxer.
Right. Yeah, probably not.
I kind of dig those old cars like that.
You know what was nice about those old cars? They were heavy and hard. They could take a hit.
Yep. And I wonder what it would cost to get a car like that now.
Depends on how much work you're willing to put into it. You could actually get a lot of those cars fairly cheap if you're willing to do all the restoration work on it.
Did he lose his glasses?
And if you're not committed to getting original parts. You can find a lot of those vehicles down south.
Yeah, Junior here outranks you.
Yeah.
Was John Malkovich in this?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you saw John Malkovich, I completely missed him.
No, Mulholland Falls was the one that Malkovich was in.
his adrenaline must be through the roof.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, this is like real.
Makes a very distinctive sound when fired at you. Yes, it does.
This is the interrogation scene, which is pretty much almost word for word out of the book.
Sometimes when it's perfect, you don't want to mess with it.
It's like, sure you will, Junior. Yeah, from the nose down, he's got Schwarzenegger's jaw.
Yeah. He does look like a pulp character.
What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh, clever. That's very clever.
Yeah.
Just lets them hear when he's kind of ratting them out. And that's a great way to get them playing against each other. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm primed.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow. If you know how those chairs are constructed, that's pretty damn impressive.
Yes, but it was a movie church. So
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking in character and story.
Yeah, he's a guy in store. He's very much a guy capable of doing that.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's got a cell phone. He can call y'all.
And honestly, those walnuts were spot on.
I gave Troy cookies with walnuts.
Without
those doors were not secure.
without the cookies. No, that latch is not to secure the door, it's to keep it from blowing open.
But still not secure in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Obviously, they've been raping her.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And his hand was strategically placed so you couldn't see things to make this an X-rated film.
Which makes me wonder if that was filmed in reverse.
I don't know. I think it might have been, actually.
That would have been the way to do it. You get the ending position and then have him.
Toodles.
Yep. I was afraid for my life. I had to shoot him. He was going for this gun. He got a shot off too.
But he was clever about it. He didn't just shoot the guy. He shot the wall from where the guy was to show it was self-defense.
Good thing I was fast. I dodged that bullet.
The character here, the woman Inez, she actually has a much bigger part in the book than she does in the film now. I'll go into that a little later on.
Ooh, them's fighting words. I'm surprised they're holding him back.
Yeah. Well, they're out in public. See, for someone who's as clever as he is, he can be pretty dumb. He needs to learn a little bit of self-restraint.
Yep. And our suspects have escaped.
Yep. This was, what year was this? This was 97 or something
97.
like
Yeah.
Maybe.
that? Okay.
Filmed in 96, released in 97. Yeah.
Oops. I got the wrong mouse. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to mouse nobody?
I didn't mean to, yeah.
And then when you get a sec, look at private chat. It's nothing urgent.
Okay. That's what I thought. It just, I've got a game that I've got a game on Steam called LA Noir. You guys probably know about it.
Oh, yes.
I have a very
much
difficult
inspired
time
by this. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, especially when you see like the setting of the briefing room. You know, it looks identical.
He knocked a beer bottle off the table.
Remember when he said he wouldn't shoot a guy in the back? Yeah, that's what I figured he was going to do.
So now he's got a new nickname and he's one of the boys.
Well, yeah, he just took out guys that killed 2 cops.
Well, who are the 2 cops that got killed?
Well, Stensland at the Night Owl and Carlisle just now.
Oh.
And Jack's back on the show.
Yep.
And we get a montage that's kind of a passage of time kind of thing here.
And really, what would have stopped him from doing the show, being in a different department? It would still be the same hours and stuff. He's still consulting on his own time. It's not like changing the job.
No, taking him off the show was the punishment. That's how he likes the limelight. That hurts him not being.
Yeah.
It's more of that's the way to get him personally kind of thing, and not necessarily professionally. You are changing your vote because we got pictures of you with Lynn. So do what I say.
Exactly.
And who do we know who likes to take compromising photographs?
J. Edgar Hoover.
After him.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Oh, thanks, PJ. Says, let me bring this up. Want to let friends know we lost our good friend Joe Simiana. He was behind the scenes in our nerd community. We'll be having a service stream. That sucks, man. Keep us in the know, PJ.
Yeah, please.
And welcome, Enigma. Whoops, I meant to bring you up. Hey, Enigma, welcome. Good to see you, my friend.
And Bud is starting to tire of the leg breaker stuff here.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Now, in the book, there are a number of plot lines that are not in the film, but there's a plot line in the book where a serial killer is knocking off ladies of the night, shall we say. And Bud gets involved with not Lynn, but another character who's named Kathy Janeway, who's not in the film.
Yeah.
And he gets involved with her. She gets killed by the serial killer. So he's kind of, during the course of the book, is also looking for that guy.
Gotcha. PJ, I didn't realize it was that Joe. I guess I actually kind of virtually met him because I was on a stream with him once.
So this isn't the horror bedroom. This is her personal bedroom.
Yeah.
One thing I got to say about Kim Basinger, she's played a lot of roles. The characters being very different, but there's an element that's the same about them. You know, the tawdry woman who's a little bit vulnerable, you know, the femme fatale with something underneath, you know.
This is absolutely out of control.
Sorry.
It's a much more subtle kind of, from a certain point of view, typecasting.
Now, another character that is left out of the film is the DA here has a sister. And Jack gets involved with her for a time.
Nice, Curtis.
Yeah.
It's funny. I thought it was Elon Musk.
I missed what he asked him.
And Dark Woods Presents. Welcome. Just
Yes,
stop by to say hi. You'll skip this one. It's a good one, but yeah, we're well and truly into it. This might be a one that's worth checking out on your own, though.
Mhm.
But I do appreciate you stopping by to say hi.
Basically, Netter, the idea is that he was so high on the night he doesn't remember Jack's the one who busted him.
Oh.
And of course, and we get to reveal here that he's kind of tied in with Patchett and Fleur de Lis and all that too. He knows about that. Yeah,
sure
Enigma, he
will.
has been around a bit, hasn't he? That's because I've reached a point in life where I remember these movies like it's yesterday, and then they'll go, yeah, well, that was like 25, 30 years ago. And I'm like, oh, great. And he ain't red.
Ooh, a 50.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow what's his name? The guy from Mythbusters. What's his name?
Anyway, Mythbusters. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's not Jamie Heineman, the other one.
Adam or something like that.
Adam
Savage or something.
Yeah, Adam Savage. That's it.
Adam Savage.
He's got a YouTube channel, and he got he goes to this place in California that does all the like props for movies.
Mhm.
Shows how they make these kinds of bills that look real from a distance, but you know, if you look closely enough, they're clearly not real. You know, the Morley's cigarettes and the other things that look like brand names, but when you look real close, they're not. Really, really interesting. One of the things I was surprised to find out, but then when you think about it, it makes sense. Things like potato chip bags, they're made to look like real potato chip bags, but they're not made out of the same material, so that they don't go crinkle, crinkle, crinkle when people are eating on set. The noise is all put in by a Foley artist later.
So Jack's like, okay, I'm not going to make this kid do this for 50 lousy bucks. So I'm going to get him out of there. Unfortunately, he's too late.
Yep, too late.
Is that great? The kid got dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's killer. No pun intended.
And in the book, and they don't have time for it in the film, but in the book, that's what makes Jack kind of spiral out of control with the drugs.
Yeah, I could kind of imagine.
Oh, whoopsie.
So the timeline is now jiggered.
Yeah.
But the guys they killed are the ones who did the murders, right?
Did they?
I don't know.
Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Hmm.
See, I would have said, no, I became a cop to protect other women like my mom.
Hmm.
Mhm.
He did say he had a date.
Yep. But he denied knowing her before, though. So
Yeah.
why did he lie?
That's pretty definite. Oh
Ugh.
gosh. You know, it's good cinematography when you can see the smell.
Yeah.
He's got to see who's dead.
Oh, I just saw your comment, Enigma. Yeah, good point. No, it's not dead rats. It's rat food.
Nah, he was a rat, all right.
Oh, okay, good point. I was talking literally, but you're saying figuratively.
The late former officer Meeks.
Yeah.
Who, believe it or not, lasts in this movie longer than he does in the book.
Was it a rat? Yeah, great big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry we got your daughter killed, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to sit.
Well, it keeps her legs together.
No, that's not what he
No,
found.
he said he found a big rat.
So I could do badge of honor.
Yeah. Fame and fortune, fame and fortune. Wow.
This is a nice addition because the Rollo Tomasi stuff is not in the book.
Yeah.
because they had to change that whole.
They had to simplify. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the various police mentalities in the movie. The one for out for justice, the one who has ideals, the corrupt, the cops who are victims from the corrupt cops, the ones who are surviving. Yeah, that's true. And they're not always that clear cut. There is some overlap.
There's Johnny Stompanato, who was a real life gangster.
Yeah. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't like this place.
Which one?
Where the parties take place. Well, it's speculation. Yeah, I caught something at that party scene that I found very, very disturbing.
Well, it's meant to be, really.
They have girls that are lookalikes for all kinds of actresses
Mm-hmm.
of all ages.
Yeah. She is Lana Turner. Oh, whoopsie.
That is funny.
Yeah, it is. Doppelganger. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He does think that. Come on, that is funny. Come on. Even he's got to see that. Nice, Curtis.
Yeah.
Good point.
So they came from Jason. Yeah.
It's good to want things.
You know, we were talking about potential remakes for this someday. The more I think about it, the more I think it would be a bad idea, because I could totally see them using CG to make people look more like other people.
Well, they didn't hear, though. I'll give them that. There's not a whole lot of, if any, CG in this.
You know, Enigma, that makes me think.
Mhm.
I'll throw this out for a conversation thing. We see a lot of things in movies. How much do you think, and we know this happens. We know that people emulate what they see in the movies. Life imitates art, imitates life, imitates art.
Hmm.
You see a scene like this with really clever dialogue and whatnot, and you wonder, do people sometimes talk like this just because they want to be like the people they see in the movies?
Dang.
Who?
Okay.
Oh ho ho.
He's getting College Boy
Yeah.
on film.
The bad and the beautiful, huh?
Yeah. He goes back to the frolic room where they're supposed to meet, but he doesn't show, obviously.
Yep.
So he goes to the next best thing.
Curtis. Even he grins at that.
Like, what the
Yeah.
heck, dude?
I kind of saw that coming. Yeah, well, I hope it didn't go like that at your grandma's house, Enigma.
Okay, I missed something.
He's crooked, obviously.
Oh.
And was he accurate? Is he really the Rollo Tomasi, so to speak?
Yes.
He wasn't just being figurative.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a very clever message. I thought that's what was happening there.
So he's Rollo.
Yeah. Remember, that's a fictional name he came up with.
I know.
Yeah.
But he's the guy who shot his dad.
No.
Or is,
No.
no.
Oh no, that's right. It was
But by saying Rollo Tomasi,
he knows he's a dirty cop.
exactly. He was there when he was shot. You know, there's no other reason he would have said that name. Why did you say that name?
Yeah. Enigma is saying, not even sweating as he lied to his whole department. Well, no, I mean, he's been crooked for so long.
Yeah.
That, you know, he's used to lying.
So we've seen with the different cops that are in different stages of good and bad, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Every time they make a decision that compromises their principles. It's like a little bit of their soul gets eaten away, and his soul's completely friggin' gone at this point.
He's
Your own safety.
Curtis. Jeez. Wow.
But it's not Tim.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he doesn't
him.
know that
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
In a way, this is almost going to be worse.
Yeah, but you get what's happening though, right?
Yep.
It's like,
He lets
Yeah.
White know about this, hoping White will kill Exley.
Yep. That's how it goes. The one that's really responsible never gets his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Think about make someone go away that you know from history.
Mm.
The person that's or group that is responsible has pushed someone else to do it.
Goodbye, Sid.
Whether it's an ear or a golf course.
Mhm. Stay tuned, Curtis. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. She knew he'd be coming. I mean, it's what she does, right?
Oops.
The guy who protects
Yeah,
women
exactly.
is now hitting the woman.
Yeah. Because he just realized how much like his father he really is.
Yep. Oh boy. I need you to see this.
Ah, shit.
And they've done the groundwork to demonstrate how strong he really is. Wow. Okay, even if I'm not going to kill you, I'm going to beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
This is what he became after his time in that Roman Coliseum.
Yeah.
I got to say, I am way more entertained. You can kill me later.
Yeah. Wrecking ball. Help me swing it.
Wow.
An alliance. No, you may not.
No, you may not. Yeah, exactly. These are the police. call it a hunch. Yeah, you don't get wiretaps on a hunch. Set aside massive differences if they want to achieve a common goal, and then return to their original problem if they need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. It's true.
A nice way of saying their shit's on pause.
Yeah.
Go.
Ew.
Oh, then what's one more, asshole?
Yeah. When you think you're above it,
I don't know how.
I don't know how. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody hangs me out a window like that, I'm gonna confess to killing Al Capone.
Yeah, right, exactly. But he died of syphilis. That's okay. I did that too.
I love the third act of this. It just does not stop.
Yeah, this is getting good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Curtis.
Yeah.
He dead already.
Yeah.
Life is bullshit. Sign the dead guy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Charlotte. See, Curtis, if you'd just waited a second, she could have told us herself.
Hey,
Yeah,
Charlotte.
this is my first time, Charlotte. Netter too.
We're both virgins?
Yeah, we were virgins until tonight, right? Exactly.
Uh-oh.
At least LA Story virgins.
I mean, LA Confidential, LA Stories is in completely different
Oh
film.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, you're lucky I didn't say LA Noir again.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we just kind of forget that part.
Well,
I'll get the evidence.
it's probably like, dog food right now.
Yeah. You got to get to people before they get dead.
Yeah. Since they're trailing, got to get ahead of the kill streak. Yeah, Enigma, the kill streak is nowhere near freaking done, man. Trust me.
Right.
It's all fun and games until you find yourself a James Elroy character.
Right.
And if you think the body count in the film skyrockets, wait till you read the book.
Okay. I wouldn't be so sure. Making yourself scarce might not be a bad idea. Enigma says, I take the no country for old men method. The hitman always took out the people who saw him. If you are not alive to ID him, you can't share with anyone. Yeah, well, again, look at history of high-profile people that were made gone. And the people that made them gone suddenly were made gone. That's why I'm thinking this guy from the golf course is going to be doing a little bit of an Epstein dance.
Well, he already did.
Did he?
Yep. Yeah, Patchett's gone.
They make way too much noise for guys supposed to be sneaking around.
Yeah, the sound design on this movie is amazing. Here we go.
Why is it whenever these guys hit the ground, instead of just hitting the ground, they always jump up so that there's a possibility of them getting hit?
It's all choreography, I guess. Pew, 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 pew.
I think you got them. They're still out there. I suppose that's one way to do it. Go under the house.
Yeah.
Detective Bruning, good evening. Hey, asshole.
Hey, Real Wild and Nation Gaming Clips, how you doing, my friend? We are well into the third act here.
Yeah.
Coming close to the end here. You are certainly welcome to tune in where we're at, but this is one you might want to check out on your own because there's a lot
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid got shot?
Yeah.
You're the man who killed my father. You are. Shotgun.
My shotgun's got a beat your hand pistol. Oh, blow him away, kid.
Well, he wasn't about to shoot him in the back.
Don't let him get away with it.
Yeah, getting kind of hard to tell around here.
Yeah, right?
Come on, kid. Good lad.
Yeah, I would have.
I would have called his name so he's facing me.
Exactly right. But shooting him in the back was exactly what he said he wouldn't do.
Well, that's what you do at rats.
Yeah, you're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
See, I get the press to play. Yeah.
Well, nowadays that wouldn't be difficult at all.
You need more than one.
And she got her hair cut. And now she looks like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
It's like, yeah, I got tired of Veronica Lake, so now I'm going to be Marilyn Monroe. Oh, he didn't die. Good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why he's got a tube taped to his cheek.
Maybe a drainage thing.
I thought he just made captain. Or did I mishear?
No. Well, let me more importantly put it this way, not yet. He's on the way.
Yeah. Was there a sequel?
All right. Let me kind of explain that.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, in the book, the shootout at the Victory Motel happens at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And it takes place between Buzz Meeks and Dudley and some of his guys.
Uh-huh.
Over the theft of the drugs.
Gotcha.
And Meeks takes a few of them out before Dudley drops him.
Gotcha.
And of course, he does not tell them where the drugs are. I mean, this is a thing throughout, like it is in the film. Now, the actual ending of the book, the shootout takes place in a train yard. And there's this whole other subplot, again, not in the film, that's about a prison break.
Gotcha.
And the idea is that Dudley is going to get White, Exley, and Vincennes, who in the book is still alive at that point, killed trying to stop this prison break from happening.
Gotcha.
That's how he's going to clean it all up. Vincennes dies during this kind of John Woo
Yeah.
great God Almighty shootout that happens that is just this complete crap show where everybody's shooting at everybody, cops shooting at each other because nobody knows who's who. Jack gets killed. And here's the other thing. Remember when I brought up that there was a serial killer plot line going on?
Yeah.
Dudley knows the entire time who that killer is. And
Gotcha.
allows the guy, yeah, this is the mid credits bit here, where they work Brett Chase and the DA into this real life footage. Okay. Now, in the book, Dudley knows who the serial killer is, but he lets that guy do whatever he does, his extracurricular activities, he says in the film. Everybody has their own extracurricular activities, he says, because that guy is also working for him.
Gotcha.
So when he sets up this prison break to happen to get everybody killed, to clean everything up, he sends the killer off after White. And he's actually the one who shoots up Bud.
Gotcha.
Bud,
Yeah.
Bud breaks both of his hands beating the guy to death.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, in the book, Dudley gets away with it. There is another book written by James Elroy called White Jazz, which I have yet to read, so I can't really say anything about it.
Sure.
That is all about Exley going after Dudley for everything that he did in this. Now, I do know that Joe Carnahan, who was the director on Narc and The Gray, he had a script. I don't know if he was going to direct it or not, but I knew he wrote a script that was an adaptation of White Jazz. That never got made. But I don't know what the story would have been because they have Exley killed Dudley at the end of the film.
Right.
So it kind of closes the circle. Now, there are two other things that I brought up that have different endings in the book. Now, like I said, the whole Rollo Tomasi thing is a complete fabrication of Helgeland and Curtis Hanson to paper over some things that they had to kind of, oh, this is a nice little bit here. Here's the Dragnet show. Badge of Honor.
Badge of Honor, yeah.
And they dedicate it to Jack. Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
So what happens to Exley's father in the book is he goes through his whole career and he retires. And he goes to work as basically head of security for this guy who's kind of like a Walt Disney. But being that it's it being a James Elroy novel, he's not going to be the Walt Disney that we know, and he's going to have some skeletons in his closet.
Sure.
And of course he does. And Exley's dad has basically been covering for that guy's extracurricular activities, one of which is the fact that this kind of evil Walt Disney character has a son who is developmentally challenged, let's say.
Yeah.
Who is also himself a serial killer.
Oh, gosh.
And Exley's dad and evil Walt Disney have basically been covering up for what the kid is doing. Now, you might be wondering also, because I said Inez has a bigger role in the book. She goes to work for evil Walt Disney.
Oh, okay.
As a secretary, thanks to Exley's dad still being alive, feeling for her situation. Let's go take her out of this shithole neighborhood that she's living in, so this doesn't happen to her anymore.
Right.
And good night to Samuel Proctor. Now, Exley, in deciding he's going to be the good cop and not just a politician, he eventually figures out what's going on with evil Walt Disney and the son. And he confronts his father about this. And long story short, Exley's dad, evil Walt Disney, and Inez, they self-delete.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was kind of surprised I didn't see a couple of characters go that route.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just like gave a huge chunk of it away, but what you see in this movie and what I just told you does not scratch the surface of what all goes on in the book. It's quite labyrinthian. The book actually ends with Lana Turner's daughter killing Johnny Stompanato, which did happen in real life. So there are real life people and what actually happened to them in actual life that are in the book. And then there are characters who are, very thinly veiled versions of actual people. Like I said, the one guy is obviously meant to be Walt Disney. Brett Chase is obviously Jack Webb. So there you can kind of you get who he meant certain characters to be. He just does fictionalized versions of them. But
which again this is the way you do historical fiction, right?
Yeah.
You say, it's based on but I'm not saying this really happened. This is fiction. So you make up. It's just, by the same token, it's why it's not Dragnet. It's whatever the name
Badge
of
of
the
Honor.
show was.
Yeah.
Badge of Honor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the fact they even used the catchphrase, just the facts, but it's just the facts, Jack. Which you're like, oh yeah, that really works too, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, great movie. Probably would have been Best Picture.
Yeah.
If it wasn't the same year as Titanic, which went in this kind of not only steamrolled over everything at the Oscars, box office, everything. And you and I have differing opinions when it comes to Titanic, but
yeah,
I like the movie. You don't. I understand why. I agree with you on a certain point. That there is a thing in that should have been changed.
This movie handled historical drama correct.
It did it pretty well.
It's funny. The fictional TV show in this one is Badge of Honor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Major Crimes, the fictional TV show that they had one of the cops as a technical advisor on, was Badge of Justice.
I'm guessing there
nice.
had to be some inspiration drawn there.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. They couldn't just be too on the nose, but can't get much closer than that, right? But yeah.
Like I said, when you read this book, which I really do highly recommend, it's probably my favorite book.
Well, Nate, the Titanic was too long. That's why it broke in half.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But the thing is like I said, the actual storyline of the book is so dense and so labyrinthian, and there is so much going on
Yeah.
that I understood why they tried to do it as a mini series for so many years.
Yeah.
You know, because you really could make a series out of it. You really could. And they, like I said, they actually at one point tried to do that. There was, like I said, on if you have the DVD, which being a Warner Brothers disc, and I had it running while we were watching the movie. This disc actually survived the disc rot thing that's been going on. Unfortunately, my copy of The Departed didn't, but my LA Confidential is still good. And in this set that I have right here, this DVD set, I don't know if it's on to 4K or not because I haven't seen the 4K, but there actually is a pilot for a series version.
Interesting.
Which has Kiefer Sutherland as Vincennes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Only here's the thing that's the big difference. He's Vincennes, but they give him White's backstory.
Huh.
So he's technically playing both characters.
Oh, that's odd.
It is. And they have David Conrad as Exley. He was Jennifer Love Hewitt's husband in Ghost Whisperer. He plays Exley. And it's interesting, but at the same time, I can kind of see why it didn't go to series.
Yeah.
But so if you kind of want to get an idea of what a possible series might have been, you get a chance to see it. I think it might even be on YouTube. You might be able to find it.
Could be. Yeah, probably. I find a lot of
I
the
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. A lot of the DVD extras do end up eventually on YouTube. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. So if you're curious as to what a series version might have been, check it out for the novelty of it. And of course, obviously, get your own copy of this film. And please read the book.
Yeah, this one definitely sounds like your pulp noir type of book.
Very much.
It does. But man, what a good movie though.
Oh yeah, take away nothing from the movie. This movie is great. I can't think of a thing that's wrong with it, really. Like I said, there are so many ways so many things they could have done with it, so many ways they could have told the story. But when they hit on using the 3-man structure, which is basically cut away anything from the book that didn't directly have to do with the 3 main characters, and then adding in that great master stroke of the whole Rollo Tomasi thing, which kind of helped what could have been a lot of really major plot holes, but yeah, great movie. I'm a big fan of this. I love the book. I love the film. It works like gangbusters. I can't say anything bad about it.
I definitely think this is as far as films go, I'd say it's a pretty near perfect film.
Yeah.
This kind of predates the whole idea of, well, we can't really put all this into a movie, so let's turn it into a mini series kind of a thing. So, that might be the way they would go today if they were going to do it. But again, I wouldn't want to see that happen unless they were really planning to give it. The only way I could describe it would be to give it the Peter Jackson treatment, where you just get really, really literal about being, if it's in the book, it goes on screen kind of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were saying before, I'm not sure that's necessarily the way to go. The book is the book. This movie basically tells the story, but tells it as a movie. And
Yeah.
Right, because there are things in books that you can't really transcribe
that don't
to
translate
film.
really well. Well,
No.
you're right.
And
So-
also, not to put too fine a point on it, there are certain details to the book that would have very easily made this an NC-17.
Well, they
yeah.
like I said, there was a blink and you'll miss it scene there that I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want no more. I don't want to be here.
No.
You know, and I
yeah.
You know,
but Curtis is asking in the chat, what would I rate the film? It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
It is up there in that sort of pantheon of, it's one of those movies that every time it's on, I got to sit down and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I got to say, this lived up to my expectations. You know, the whole, you know, the fact that it was at the top of my list, this was worth it. It was, I was going to say it was worth the wait, but I almost wish I'd seen it sooner, you know, just, it really was good. What'd you think, Netter? Did you like it?
Yeah, because it reminded me a lot of like the Tom Conkle film.
Yeah, that Trouble Is My Business. There's definitely some elements of, well, I mean, obviously noir is, you know, it's going to have a lot of the same kinds of
yeah. I remember back in the day watching an Oscar special that year, and whoever they had narrating, I think it was Leonard Maltin. I don't remember for sure. And the way that they introduced this movie was simply this: The Big Sleep, Chinatown, LA Confidential. And I went, yes, because that would be a great triple feature to
I like that.
Yeah.
I know that one of the recommendations that I got was Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, but you know, Chinatown has to be coupled with the Two Jakes.
It does.
So eventually I'm going to be doing those two back to back. Those I've seen both of them, but I saw them in reverse order, believe it or not. I'll talk about that when I eventually do that. And I gotta try and recreate the memory of how and why that happened. But yes, I will definitely be doing those two in the future.
Yeah, Chinatown, another classic. The Two Jakes, interesting film. Nicholson directing it.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go into. I was, without going too much into detail, I was very worried that it was going to end in a specific way.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it takes another direction, and I'm glad that it did.
Yeah. Both great movies, and that's a great example, in my opinion, of a sequel that doesn't try to chew the same ground. I really did like it. But that'll be a video for another night. And I hope everybody that's here that's still with us, you know, it says that there were 24 of you here with us tonight. I don't know if there's still, but those of you that made it to the end, thanks so much for hanging out with us. You guys that were here at the beginning saw the coming attractions. Deleted anything that we didn't cover in the coming attractions that you got coming up that you want to plug?
All right. Well, I am going to be joining Netter for Thursday Things.
That's right. You're
right
that guy.
I'm that guy. And right after that will, of course, be my weekend update. Of course, I'm going to have Unscripted and The Other Side of Midnight this upcoming Sunday at their regular times, 8 p.m. and 12:05 a.m. Eastern, respectively. Now, some people might be wondering what happened this weekend with Western Cinema Presents. Bill and I had planned to have a watch party for The Wild Bunch. Unfortunately, there was a technical issue, and we couldn't do it this week. Hopefully, next Sunday, if all goes well, we're kind of working on it. There's been a Cosme issue that's come up, and I understand it's not affecting everyone, but it is affecting some people. So we're looking into that, and the next planned action theater, which is normally Thursdays at 4:30, is going to be Thunderball by audience request. Sean Connery is 007. Let's see what else. There's going to be, I know a couple of things I have upcoming. I know I'm going to be joining Big Al Presents for at least 2 more Friday night episodes in the future, yet to be announced, including one that's going to be all the way in December. So I don't want to give that away just yet. But let's see. So I will be on Films with Friends Friday night at least 2 more times before the end of the year. And let's see. On the, I believe the 30th will be the next Mystery Movie Night podcast, which unfortunately being that date, it looks like Sin's not going to be able to join me, but I still have Off the Cover and Kyle Corwith, so it'll probably be us. So yeah, I mean, outside of what's already been announced in normal shows, I mean, just best thing to do would be to keep an eye on my community page. I'm going to have some videos coming up. I'm going to have more shorts. I'm got movie reviews coming up, and I want to do at least 2 member streams before the end of the year. So, I mean, not the end of the year, the end of the month. So,
Cool.
Yeah, stay tuned. Much going on with my channel. I will not be kept down, despite the fact of some of that going on behind the scenes. So,
And you are now starting to simulcast and back up to the Green Machine, right?
not as of quite yet, but hopefully here very soon.
We'll get you.
Yeah, I think it's a bandwidth issue. That's another thing that's been kind of, and it's one of the reasons why I don't go on camera as much.
Right, because
it
it eats up your bandwidth. Sure.
Yeah, and because there's a lot of this pixelation. I can't see it on the screen right now, but if I am to go back and watch this segment on my own, I will be able to see what you all see, which is a jumbled mess. So,
well, right now it's not.
Hopefully.
It's not so bad, but
okay.
It's better than it sometimes. But I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes it just no.
Yeah, so I'm going to
and
have
then you do
to
the robot voice and stuff like that.
Yeah, that too. So I'm going to have to take a visit to my local provider, which is AT&T, and see what I can do about upgrading.
Yeah, go in there like White did with the DA. Just
yeah.
But there you go. Yep. So we know what's coming up all this week. Netter, any last thoughts and last words?
I am looking for guests for Thursday Things.
All of y'all that got your channels that you're trying to grow, that could make some time for Netter, get a hold of her. Shoot the DMs at her.
I have only one more guest. That's next week. next week, because this week is deleted. So next week I've got one more guest. After that, I'm open. So if anyone is interested in being a guest on Thursday Things, I'm looking for October 3rd and beyond. Of course, you need to have your own channel that you're trying to grow your own content on.
Right.
And I'd love to have you on for the hour or so that we do the show. You can send me a DM on Twitter if Twitter's being stupid, because sometimes it does. And I have no settings on to block anybody, but sometimes Twitter be weird.
Yes.
I know it does want you to at least follow me before it'll allow you to send me a DM. But worst comes to worst, and Twitter's still being stupid. In any of my Thursday Things, in the comments section below, I have in the about section, I have my personal email address. You could send me an email and make sure that you put in the subject line Thursday Things, and then tell me what Thursday you'd be interested in.
Did you get that, Dark Woods? You could directly email her, or she is, if you're on the X, she is at Netters Network, all one word, no
spaces, no apostrophes.
At Netters Network on the X.
The Twitter X. The Twix.
The Twix, exactly.
Or you can, like I say, you can email me. My email address is in any of my Thursday Things episodes. Just you can even go to the most current one, which will be this week, and look in the information underneath the pretty picture that
So
shows
Darkwoods, are you saying that if you don't get verified, you get vilified? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Just playing.
So there's that. And I'd love to have y'all on, learn more about you, learn more about your channel. And hey, this is how we make more I would say friends, but y'all are my family.
Yep.
Y'all know that.
We want to adopt you all.
Yeah. We're old folks. We want to adopt all you youngins. And I know pretty much all of you are younger than me.
Yeah. Probably young. Most of you are young. Well, Nate is just younger than me, just slightly younger than me, but we're really close.
And I think Bill is probably closer to your age than my age.
Possibly.
But it's like, because he's the oldest person I could think of that would be in here besides like you and me.
Yeah.
Because we're the old folks. Although I don't look it.
No, you don't. But there you go.
Yeah, I have to thank my mom for that, because she looked like she was in her like mid to late 50s up until she was in her she ended up passing from dementia, but up until the dementia started taking her, so I'd say 80s, she could pass for mid to late 50s.
Yeah.
So, and Mama was gorgeous.
Yeah, she had good genes, and you look good in those genes.
Yes, I do. So anyway, that's my thing for that. And of course you'll find me in all the usual spots.
John, you're 60? Okay, so you're a little older than I am, but you're a little
you're younger than me.
Younger than Netter, yeah.
Yeah.
Had to do the maths in my head, but
yeah,
and I thought you were so much younger. But
I thought he was like in his 20s or 30s.
Yeah, you got a young spirit, my friend. That's awesome.
So Darkwood says they're 45.
45? Yeah, well, I remember when I thought that was old.
I remember 45.
I know, right?
Vaguely. So do you want me to take us out?
Yeah, take us out.
Well, y'all know what I always say. Please make sure that you are Please make sure that you are sub to every member of the panel, as well as every member of the chat. And if you think you're sub, please go back and double check you're still sub, because YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you're not sub to somebody, you know what? That sub costs you nothing, but it is immeasurable to those getting that sub, getting that comment, that thumbs up. And if you haven't thumbs up tonight, hey,
Please.
That interaction just really helps our channels. And I know, like for Deleted and Troy being monetized, those super chats, super stickers, the memberships, It all helps us to improve our channels for you.
Yeah.
Because these aren't for us. These are for you. We do all this for you. Yeah, we want to entertain you. Which is why Troy
We
drinks
want to
on
make
Friday
you
nights.
smile.
Absolutely. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You could be anywhere right now, and you're here. And that means so much. So thank you for being here. Thank you for encouraging us all so very much. Thank you for being a part of our family. I hope to see you all on Tuesday over on Deleted's channel for Sparkwood and 21, where we'll be having another riveting episode of Twin Peaks. But until then, good night and God bless. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, that's the next thing up. Twin Peaks is kind of a modern noir in a way, with a little bit of a twist, with a big bit of a twist. So we hope to see you there over on Deleted Scenes channel. Don't be intimidated by the what you've heard about Twin Peaks. If you've never seen it before, we'll talk you through it. We'll get you all caught up.
Yes, we will.
And then, if you want to get in on the ground floor of a new series, well, new to you, it may be, but it's a classic for a lot of us. British sci-fi series from my youth called Blake 7. I will be starting rewatches of that starting tomorrow night on my channel, 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And we will be starting with that first episode, The Way Back. So, guys, hope to see you on those tomorrow night. And until then, take care of yourselves.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.